Good day, guys. How you all doing? This is NKD Smart View. So before we proceed, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get on. Now, for quite some days, some guys has been complaining to me that they are trying to log into their Bet9ja for Naija platform and it's not working. I don't know why, but from my end, I'm not having such issues in any way. I'm comfortably and able to play the gameplay. So please, if you are also having such an issue, at the description, at the comment section, make sure you drop it. Let's know how to resolve it. Now let's proceed. So right about today, I'll be trying to share something I always share to my subscribers, to you guys today, so you understand this game the more. Just be open and be ready to learn something now from what I'll be telling you guys. Now it's actually being said that this game of Bet9ja for Naija is randomly generated and all. But at the end of the day, to put everything in order, to a good extent, it's not. And I'll prove that to you right now because I've been in the system for years and I've been able to see almost every possibilities in the gameplay. And I know so much about it. And today I would like to share this with you guys. So before we proceed, I would like to give a word to you guys. Say if you trade Bet9ja for Naija, two things you should not do. First of all, don't gamble, trade. For you to trade, you have to have a working principle, a strategy, something that you should implement. That if it goes against you, you know that it did not work out. Don't come into Bet9ja and do this. You just probably get to your rainbow, then decide, okay, I want to play 6 plus. Then you stake in. I can't do something that crazy, so I won't try it. Once you stake in, your chest is beating and your heart is heavy, and you are praying that the game wins. That's totally wrong. It's way totally wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you are able to come into the game of Bet9ja, the first thing you should do is to have a working principle, have a strategy. So whenever you place it in, your mindset should tell you that, okay, to a good extent, I'm sure of what I'm doing. And then with what I'm doing, I should get profit. If it loses, I know that I was not correct this time, I try again. Not to gamble it out, you just take in so crazily, you come in, you have 10,000, you just immediately put a stake of 3,000 or put a stake of 5,000, then you stake it in, and then you start looking at the screen in anticipation and in hopes that it comes true, and it doesn't come true and you feel bad. No, that's wrong. It's totally wrong. Even for a newbie, it's totally wrong. Don't do that. Then the second thing you should do is that when working on this Bet9ja for Naija, try to note that every single of this color, every single of these statistics is not randomly generated. They are made in a way that they complement each other. Now let's talk about that. Let's go over to the color for the first point. Now when you check your color, you check your 100 draws. As you know, your color is made of what? An ash color, which signifies your no-winning color, a red, a green, and a blue. Now look at your total on the statistics. You can find out that what? The ash is on 21, green 24, red 23, and blue 32. If you look at this now, what can you see? The green and red are very close together. Then the ash is a little bit far away. Then the blue is far less than all of them. But when you actually run a calculation now, check 32 plus 21, what do you find out? You're having what? A 53 there. You are seeing you're having a 53. That means you can still see that it's still at a very close range to when you add up your green and your red, which is what? A 47. Because when you minus it, you see that it's not too far. What you find out is that in some few hours from now, you see this ash that is on 21 might eventually end up being the highest color. It might even be on this 32, which the blue is, in some few minutes or few hours from now. That's how this game is generated, in a way that once a particular color gets hyped and keep on going up, at a point it must come down. It follows the principle of whatever goes up must come down. It must come down. So you understand what I'm trying to say now? So going over to a bigger picture, let's check out the all-time draw. Look at the all-time draw. Look at ash. You have what? A total of 652, 646 with a frequency of 23.98. Look at the green. You have 689735 with a frequency of 25.34. Looking at your red, you have a 689444 with a frequency of 25.33. Then look at your blue, you have a 689614 with a frequency of 25.34. When you look at this very closely, let's leave apart the ash. Look at the three colors. What do you find out? The three colors are at a very close range, with green and blue with the same frequency of 25.34, then red not far away with a frequency of 25.33. Seemingly letting you know that this is not possibly in any way randomly generated. If it was, you will always see anything that is random can never be orderly. It can never be. If it was ever random, this is the all-time statistics of Bet9ja for Naija, for crying out loud. you would have seen a particular color having a frequency of close to 40 or 50 because it's random. And once it's random, anything can happen. But you can see the way that they are able to manipulate the game in such a way that when one gets hyped, it must fall down. Once it falls down, another one goes up, and it keeps on interchanging, thereby making the game to have a particular constrained value. As you can see in this, they are just almost all together. Only the draw that has a frequency of 23.98. And one thing you should note, please note this. In few hours, in few days, something will happen to this hash, and that is the fact that the hash will take over a day. Looking at the 24 hours time frame, let's talk about that. You can see hash on 206, blue is currently the highest on 245, red is 222, green is 191. Now when you go over to your daily, as you can see, the blue, which is the highest of 245, it's still the same position with this green of 25.34. You can see blue right now on the 24 hours time frame. You can see it on what, 245. That is the total. Then green on 192. Telling you that probably as of yesterday, green was the highest. Probably sometime yesterday, green came outside the highest. Imagine when green is the lowest today. Look at the 24 hours with 192, and it's still able to be on par with the blue, that is what, 25.34, and blue has occurred how many times in the last 24 hours? 244 times. It simply tells you that this particular game, it's not in any way random. They always try to manipulate things in a way that at the end of the day, it comes in equal. It is ceteris paribus. All things being equal, it must be equal. So you should try to get that and note that. So the major thing now, once you're working with this, as I stated to you, in few hours, in few days time, this particular ash color that is the lowest on the all time, which is at what, 23.98%, might eventually equalize up to the other colors and be at a 24 or a 25%. That's why this thing is not randomly generated, so try to note that. At the very worst, you see this ash is the color that, since I've been following Bet9ja for years, is usually lagging. Other colors try to equalize and try to be on the same position, but the draw is always lower than them all. But when it comes to the color, every color at a point must surpass another color. That means there must be a day or 2 days or a week where there is a particular color that will just keep on running on and on and on and on and on, just like that. But you might not know when. You cannot know the day. That is the major thing. That is why you have to apply a strategy that will work for you. So with this, I've been able to let you guys on something now. So I'm going over to the Bet9ja itself. Let's talk about that particular thing. Look at the color ranging. Look at the numbers. You can see 14.63 on number 1, 14.62, 14.63, 14.62, 14.63, and someone wants to let me know that this is randomly generated. Just look at the facts yourself. Can you see the facts at your total front? The facts are at your front. 14.62, 14.63, nothing on 14.64. So please note this and note this clearly. There are so many secrets and many hacks behind this, but the major thing to an open eye and to a newbie and to anyone who is just a random trader, you might not know. Looking at this now, you should know that in some time, this 2 that is on 14.62 should get to 14.63, and for that to happen, it has to start occurring very frequently. Then this number 1, which is on 14.63, has to drop. Already you can see that number 1 is dropping. Same with number 3. Number 1, the last drawn was 11 times ago. Number 3, the last drawn was what, 28 times ago. That is to tell you that what, it's lagging, and in some time it will fall to 14.62. Then you see this number 2 now is what, on 14.62. Before you know it, get to 14.63. That's why you see that the last drawn is on what, on 3. Looking at another one, you can see a last drawn of what, of 12. The last drawn is on what, 0 right now, showing that it's coming. There's a possibility that from now to the next 100 draws, 12 might appear close to 5 to 10 times. So if you keep on sticking with a margin tail 12 to win, 12 to win, 12 to win, you might at the long run between now to 100 draws make a good winning. I won't tell you, I won't guarantee you anything 100%, but from my own observation and my calculations, that is what I've seen, I've observed. So the major thing, if you know that you are not inclined to this, please try to do. Put your head down, learn as much as you can, or simply you join in the NKD Smart View community. The mentorship class, if you can join the mentorship class, you will learn all this, like so much to learn. If you join the signals, it's all good and fine. If you join the tutorials, to a good extent you will learn. But if you come into the mentorship class for just a month, you can't live the same way. That is just one thing I guarantee to you. Very simple and very easy, I guarantee that to you. So as I stated, we are going on the Bet9ja for Naija today. So I will proceed on my gameplay now. on the NKD SmartView platform, we have the free strategies and we have the paid for the community. And the community is on Telegram and WhatsApp. So if you're not part of the community, try to join in and stop being a gambler. One major thing, some people just end up gambling and get nowhere. Someone today, which is the 21st, might have 10,000 naira. I fund it to Bet9ja. In the next 30 minutes, it's zero. Once the money is zero, he start looking for solution. He comes over to MKD SmartView. I let him know that to join the community is not free. You said no, you can't. You're not interested. You leave. 3 days later, another 10k is in. You carry 10k over to Bet9ja for Nigeria, fund it on, and it's gone again. And what happens? It's gone. You can't do anything. You can't sue them. What can you do? You can only just whip over your money, and that's all. It's gone yet again. Next week, the same thing, and it keeps on happening and happening. So why don't you take the opportunity to try out something and know, will this work for me, rather than just losing it all in a repeated manner? So I won't be saying much on that. All I just want to do right now is to proceed on my gameplay. Now I've been playing for quite some minutes. I started my gameplay by exactly 11:03 and I decided to start this video now. Made almost 20,000 naira using this. So let's started with the funding of 38,000. That was what was left there. And another thing I would like to let you guys know is, please, whenever you make stakes and then you make profit, withdraw your money. If possible, take that ideology of withdrawing everything and then funding back to continue. Don't win and then keep on winning and keep on packing up the money. At a point, you will become crazy to do something. It's psychology. You will become crazy to try out something. You might say, okay, anyways, I've won 50k from them. Let me use 30,000 now and try to play two plus. Now, if it comes, it comes. If it does not come at all, it's their money. It's not my money. That is too bad. You will not get anywhere with that. So please learn that and note that. So let's proceed right now. Okay, let me see if I can go on this. I make use of my color 100 draws and my Bet0 100 draws for this particular strategy. Let's check it out now before it comes out. What color? So 11, 26, 29. 11, 26 and 29 was what I should have played for this. And if I had played 11, 26, 29 for the Bet0, I've won this right about now. So 11, 26, 29. Let's check out the next game. So first of all, I try to accommodate my colors, check out my colors and know what color I'll be excluding. Alright, then I go over to the 100 draws. As I stated, I'm not sharing this. I don't go around this. It's very simple. Free strategies will be dropped. Paid will be on Telegram or WhatsApp, whatever platform. So let's go over this. So I only got two numbers, a 15 and a 39. So I can't play that. You don't have every gameplay to win. So I was to play 15 and 39 on my Bet0, but I played three numbers only, nothing less than 3. So if I had played the 15 and 39, it won. So the two supposedly played game now has won.